Everyone, this is Lisa Espinosa. I'm so excited to be here with you. And as you may know, in a few weeks, I will be starting my new 10-week program called Answering Your Inner Calling. And this coaching program is based on the principles in my book. If you have not read all the details, please go to my website and you can read everything that it entails there. So, the purpose of these 10 weeks of taking this journey together is to really give you a jump start, really help move you to the next evolution of your life's work. Whether that means that you are doing work that you haven't done before or just a new version of what you already are doing, it doesn't matter. I mean, what your soul knows what is next for you. And I know that the only way for you to get there is to have an ongoing and consistent relationship with your soul. So during these 10 weeks, I'm going to be leading you through the chapters in my book, leading you through the exercises, lovingly holding you accountable so that you do them and you share them with each other. So the thing with my book, and let me get it actually, it's right here, is that, it's concise. If you haven't, I don't know if you have one, but if you haven't seen it, it isn't very long. And I did that on purpose. And actually, this is what took me so long, because one of the challenges was to make it concise, to offer you, the reader, depth and useful information, personal experiences from my clients, but to keep it concise. And, it's actually harder to do that. It would have been easier. It ended up being about 30,000 words. And when I started, it was, like 70,000 or something like that. So really kind of cutting it down to remove excess and just keep the true teachings was one of the challenges. And I mean, it ended up being such a wonderful experience. But as I was going through it, it was one of the hard things. So in the next few weeks, I'm excited to share with you just a few of the teachings in the book. And this is to give you just a little taste of what the 10-week class will be about. So we're going to start with chapter 1. And in chapter 1, one of the really important things that I share is this idea of connecting with our soul. And when we talk about that, when we say those words, it can kind of imply that we're not connected with our soul now, that there's times when we are separate from it. And that isn't true. And that's one thing I say in the book that's really important. We have to use words. We're kind of limited by words. But the truth is that our soul is always with us. Right now, your soul is with you. When you're distracted, your soul is with you. When you're feeling very mindful and loving, your soul is with you. What shifts, what changes is your awareness, your connection, your ability to receive from it. And that's what my book is about. My book is about helping you to have an ongoing relationship with your soul so that it's something that you can count on, not just for special occasions, not just when either you're on vacation or in a beautiful retreat or when you're in crisis, which are two of the very common times that our soul seems to get louder. So, that's kind of the tidbit for today, is for you to remember that your soul is always with you. It's just your awareness of your soul is what varies. So a really simple thing, like how do you reconnect to your soul? And the practice 1, which is chapter 2, will really go into that a lot more. But one of the really simple things that almost is so simple that we can really dismiss it and kind of take it for granted is really to bring our hands to our heart. And that's why I always do that, bringing our hands here. And what this does is it literally brings us from our intellect, from that place where we're analyzing, thinking, planning, figuring out, into our heart. And our heart meaning our wise heart, the entryway to our soul. So just bringing your hands here, just getting into that practice of bringing your hands here, breathing into the space. I like to close my eyes when I do this because it's this kind of inward journey. So, we're going to take a few moments and do this together, because when you do this as a group, just like, in the Bible and a lot of spiritual traditions, not just Christianity, it'll say that where 2 or more one people are joined, it's just easier for spirit. It's easier for our soul to speak to us. It's like our antenna gets bigger. So everyone who's watching this video, at whatever time you're watching, we're connected, we're united. So let's all do this for a few moments. So if you can close your eyes as you bring your beautiful hands here to your heart center, knowing that this is the entryway to your soul. And like I said, remembering that your soul is always with you. What you are doing now is bringing your awareness to your beautiful soul. So just take a cleansing breath and just let yourself receive beautiful, unconditional love, compassion, and acceptance from your soul. Even if you don't feel those things for yourself, that's fine. That isn't required. Your soul feels those things. So you're just getting in the habit of letting yourself receive it. Great. So, gently bringing our hands down as we connect with each other again. And, that's just like a little simple but powerful tool for reconnecting with your soul. And I really invite you, if you are feeling at all called to something new, if you know that whatever work you are doing right now, even if it's meaningful, if you know that there's something else, that your soul is guiding you to something else, I really invite you to consider joining us for this class and, asking for the support that you need from your soul, from the people in your life, but also from me and from the women who will be joining this group. And I will see you tomorrow, everyone. Thank you so much. Namaste and blessings.